Well, hello friends and subscribers. I'm back yet again with another collection update. Now, there's a line going here now between what I'm collecting and what I'm buying. So I'm calling this video a collection update because it is, but at the same time, I'm gonna explain what it is from what I bought, I guess. So the first thing I bought last week was these two, a Nintendo DSi and a Game Boy Color. Like I said, I'm mainly gonna collect for three systems. I bought the PlayStation Pro last week, last week, and I'm gonna buy for that console if I come over some good titles. And yeah, so it's kind of like four consoles now. I bought these two because they were cheap. First of all, the stylus holder is not good. The stylus falls out, and the touchscreen is pretty bad, and so is like the top screen also. I'm not sure if you can see it in the camera there. Anyways, I bought this because I have some good DS memories, and I want to rebuy some of the games. I'm not gonna collect for the system, but I'm gonna rebuy some of the games I love to play. So yeah, that was the reason I bought that. I also bought the Nintendo Game Boy Color, or it was a set. So I got both of these for $20, I guess. It was missing a battery lid, first of all. It has a huge missing piece on top here, and the screen is all scratched up. So my plan here is to reshell them and make them new. I've already ordered a new touchscreen and a shell for the DSi. I've not done anything with the Game Boy Color yet, but I think I might have our shell lying around somewhere in my storage from my old collection, because I used to reshell some of the Game Boys I bought back then. So I'm gonna take a look there first. But I really want to get a hold of a black, like clear shell for the Game Boy Color because it's really cool. The same with the DSi. I want to rebuy some of the games I used to play on this back in the day. Pokemon Red for sure. That was one of my big games. I recently posted a top 10 Game Boy list I found on an old hard drive. So most likely I'm gonna rebuy all those games at least in the top 5 list. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, like I said, the last week I bought a PlayStation Pro because I got it really cheap. And the problem is when you start collecting again, and I'm trying to like restrict myself from going totally mad in collecting, but the feeling inside is so awesome. I'm not sure how I'm gonna explain this, but the feeling by reactivating the hobby you've had for 20 years that you thought was dead, and it's all of a sudden back in full business. It's nice. And this week I bought an Xbox One. Yeah. As you can see here, I didn't buy the Xbox One because this was given to me by the seller that sold me the games. So there's a plot twist here. I got this Xbox One with the games because the games was the reason I bought this. Was because he couldn't get that Xbox One to work. So the thing was that he turned this on and it overheated. And he thought it was a faulty fan or something, because the fan was making noise, so it was not the fan. So when I received this console, I opened it up harshly because I don't have the equipment anymore. I have rebought those also. So I got the Xbox One open and found out that the thermal paste was all gone. It was like not almost existent, it was like gone. So I just applied some thermal paste on the CPU there, and it works. No problem, it works. So I was like, whoa, I just got a free Xbox One and paid for the games. Now the plot twist, like I told you guys, is that when I received this, I of course had to buy the X version instead, because the Xbox One is a good console. So I'm giving that console to my son, actually, to put in his room because he loves playing Xbox games. So now he can get an upgraded version to play Fortnite or whatever he wants to play on that. So anyways, I have also bought Xbox Series, not Xbox Series, Xbox One X, which I will not make an update of, I'm just saying it now. So yeah, but over to the games I originally bought, which led me to get this console. So the guy he sold me Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I used to own Spyro the Dragon on the PlayStation when it came out back in the day, or my brother did. It was a fun game as far as I can remember. This is supposed to be a remastered or reimagined, reignited version, I guess, from the originals. So I'm looking forward to trying this game. It is complete, I was supposed to say, but the manuals on the newer games are non-existent. So I guess it's as complete as you get it. So Spyro Reignited Edition. Disney Infinity 2.0. I guess this was the second Disney Infinity release. For some reason, these games are selling way higher than they should these days. I remember checking the price charting online, and some of the Disney Infinity games are actually going for not a lot, but not too little either. So it's strange that these two are kicking up. So yeah, there's a lot of rambling today, but back in the day I actually got sponsored by the people releasing these games in Europe. So I have an unboxing video on my channel actually, where I unbox some of the Disney Infinity stuff, because I had some review things sent my way back in the day. It was cool. I'm not sure if it was... I remember getting all the Star Wars Disney Infinity figures, or not all of them, a lot of them, and the Star Wars Disney Infinity version. I cannot remember if that was the 2.0 version, or if it was the 3.0. I cannot remember. But they're not bad games, to say it like that. It's a collector's madness, but they're not that bad of games. Grand Theft Auto 5, like all other systems this was released on, I guess. I've talked about this before. So, next one is Crash Team Racing. Now, I think I owned this on the PlayStation when it came out back in the day. I might have owned this on the PlayStation 4 also? Or was it the third one? Oh, it has to be the fourth one. But I never did jump into this because I hated the controls in this game on the PlayStation back in the day, and I'm not sure if it's any better today. So, but I might have to try that. Red Dead Redemption 2. A game I've completed on the Xbox One, actually. This was one of the games I used to own. Great game. A big game, but it's a great game. My daughter loves it. She looks like it, like a horse riding simulator. They have it at their mother's house on the PlayStation 5. So yeah. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Catalyst? Is this the first game released? Or is this like some kind of sequel? I cannot remember. I remember playing Mirror's Edge on the PlayStation 3, I think. Never did play this, and I have never, heard of this actually. Catalyst. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Halo 5, basic game I used to own also, because this was like one of the big games that was released back in the day. So you had to buy it. Never been a fan of Halo. I tried to become one in this game back in the day. Never did. Another game I've talked about before, I'm not a big fan of, is Call of Duty Black Ops. Again, a game I'm not a fan of, or a game series I'm not a fan of in the new years. So yeah, but it's a one for the collection, I guess. By the way, the Xbox One games, I looked online now, they're pretty cheap. It's a collector's, if you want to collect, they're pretty cheap to collect. So me getting this might spark up a fifth console. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough year for my wallet in 2026, it seems. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Not a game I've played. I have played up until I think the third Assassin's Creed game. I played Valhalla a bit. It was a cool game. But I've not tried this. So yeah. Mafia 3. This I used to own on the PlayStation 4 back in the day. I loved the Mafia series, like the old like 50s and 60s kind of style. This kicked it up into the 70s, I guess, and I have mixed feelings about this because I really wanted to like it, and I did to some extent, but I never really managed to complete it. I've completed Mafia 1 and 2. This one I have not completed. And the last game for my collection is BioShock, the collection. Oh, I misunderstood. I thought it was just BioShock Infinite, but it's 3 games. Alright. BioShock I did play on the Xbox 360, both 1 and 2, I think. And again, I'm not sure, it was never a series that really connected to me. I really wanted to like this series, but I'm not been a big fan of horror games, and I think that the first BioShock kind of gave me a horror kind of like feeling, and I never really did complete it. So yeah, might have to try it again. Is it the remastered or what's here? It just says it has all the games up until Infinite. So yeah, I might have to boot that up today to install them to see what that's all about. So yeah, it's a really strange start to 2026 for my part, because I got like struck by the collector lightning back in November, and all of a sudden now every opportunity for me to buy cheap stuff are showing themselves, like the Nintendo DSi and Game Boy Color. Usually they will be around, at least in Norway, will be around, let's see, $60, $70, around there, or up, depending on the quality. These were not that great, and I understand that the seller did not want to take that much from them, and I have to resell them for around $40. So in the end, I paid around $60 for both of them, I guess, which is still a good price, I think. So yeah, I'm just in a happy place now, I guess. It's strange to feel like that. And even though I'm posting throwback videos, they're going to be new for you guys, but I call them throwback videos because these are the kind of videos I want to re-upload again for my archive future, I guess. I went through an old hard drive yesterday and I was like, whoa, did I make a top 5 for AO the Gamer in 2013, I think it was. And I could not wrap my head around that because I cannot remember having this channel in 2013. After my son was born. I cannot remember that. So I think I was in a weird transition back then, where I tried to keep or create a new AO the Gamer channel from the first one, and slowly transitioned into a Norwegian thing instead, because English is my second language. I do not speak this like a normal language. I speak Norwegian. So I think back then I just wanted to speak Norwegian to make it easier for myself. But yeah, it was strange. So several like these type of archive videos will show up with different intros, I guess, and different settings, because they're filmed in different parts of my collecting life, I guess. Anyways, a collecting video with a lot of rambling today. Sorry about that. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, awesome. Give me a like if you liked my content and this crappy 2000s camera. So I'll see you later in another collecting video, or maybe another video at all. Yeah, a gaming memory video would have been cool to make, I guess. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. See you later, alligators.